I went to the Peloton store to check out the treadmill, and the salesperson was great. He took the time to understand what brought me in and showed me the product. But since the product is expensive, I left without buying. A few days later, I got a voicemail message from the salesperson. We'll call him Bob. I want to share the message with you and then give you my take on what he could have said differently to pull me in. So here's his voicemail message.
Hey, Josh. Good afternoon. This is Peloton here. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to give you a quick call and follow up from our appointment on Tuesday. See if you had any questions or concerns, anything we can help address with the treadmill. Anyway, give me a call back here at the store. My phone number is...
So the problem with voicemail messages that ask prospects if they have any questions is I don't have any questions. So we're in a conversation cul-de-sac. The job of a salesperson is to illuminate a problem that I want to get away from or a desired result that I want to move towards. So with that in mind, let me share with you the revised voicemail message that may have done a better job. So here it is. Hey Josh, it's Bob with Peloton. Thanks for swinging by Tuesday. While you were in the store, you mentioned that you're doing a marathon in February, and I was wondering what you're doing to ensure you don't have to walk the last 10 miles. No need to call me back. I'll shoot you an email. Now let me share with you the psychology so you can apply this to your audience. First, you mentioned doing a marathon in February. That's the context. Something that you observed about your prospect that relates to how you could potentially help them be more awesome. Next, was wondering what you're doing to ensure you don't have to walk the last 10 miles. Remember, prospects are only interested in two things: moving away from something they don't want or towards something they do want. So this is an away from message. And I'm asking what I call an illumination question. Illumination questions get prospects to think differently about how they're getting the job done today. It makes them scratch their head and say, I'm not sure. It piques curiosity. It's not very salesy. Final sentence. No need to call me back. I'll shoot you an email. I believe that the purpose of a voicemail script is not to get a call back, but to actually promote the email. So we're being intentionally vague here to pique curiosity as a build-up or coming attractions, if you will, to the email, which begs the question, well, what's the email look like? Well, it might look like this. Subject voicemail. Hey, Josh, marathon runners are using a different approach to stay in zone 2 for 26.2, allowing them to avoid the dreaded 10-mile walk to the finish line. Now, what am I doing here? Zone 2 for 26.2 is marathon lingo. That means keeping your heart rate down so you don't blow up on the run. Using a different approach. That word different piques curiosity. Well, what is it? You could also use words like unconventional or lesser known. And then again, allowing them to avoid the dreaded 10-mile walk to the finish line. That's moving away from something I don't want. Next sentence. Want to know how? I'm not asking for time. That's a big ask in an email. I'm gauging interest first, which is a much lower friction ask. Next sentence. It involves a marathon training program created by former Division I distance runner Matt Wilpers. This sentence is building credibility because I want to be around people that can take me to my promised land and be trained by people who have done it. Final sentence is what I call ending on a high note. I told the salesperson that I was doing the Miami Marathon, so he could have said, hey, either way, good luck in Miami. Remember, pain is temporary, but the Instagram photos last a lifetime. When you make people feel good at the end of your email, they are more likely to respond. Because the fortune is in the follow-up, we may have to send several emails. So here's another one. Out of breath? Josh, Matt Wilpers is doing a live Peloton class next week on how to avoid getting out of breath when running 10 plus miles. Interested? Again, this gets back to the salesperson knowing the problems that people like me are probably running into as a beginner marathon runner, and is offering me some education to help me be more awesome. Here's another email that I might send. Boston Marathon. Josh, here's how the Peloton tread got Matt Freitas to the Boston Marathon in 6 months. People are interested in what your product allows them to do, not what your product does. And now I can read about how someone like me achieved the result that I want to achieve. Here's another email that I might send. Hold off. Have you decided to hold off on the tread? That sentence I learned from Chris Voss of Never Split the Difference fame. He calls it the psychology of quitting. People don't like to feel like they're quitters. So if they expressed interest in something and didn't get back to you, sometimes this can prompt them to tell you the truth about what they're really thinking. And then again, that feel-good sentence at the end, regardless, good luck in Mont Tremblant, I shared with the salesperson that I was doing a triathlon in Mont Tremblant toward the end of next year. If the prospect doesn't respond, I might wait 2 or 3 months and then go back to sending some emails like this, showing how other people are, again, being more awesome as a result of using the product. Hopefully, this allows you to create follow-up messages that allow you to start more conversations with your prospects.